And I'm going to jump right into really what we're all talking about right now, though it's not just the last days or weeks or months that that have seen this type of violence and energy and oppression that's been going on for much longer than this current moment, but it feels different in this moment in many ways. So I'd like to ask each of you to share how the killings of Black men and women like Breonna Taylor, like Ahmaud Arbery, like George Floyd, has affected your personal, emotional, and mental health. What are your fears? What are you thinking about and feeling during this particular moment? And let's start with Ramaz.
Thank you guys for having me on your show. I think this is an important conversation that we're getting ready to have, and it's affected my mental health in varying ways. Initially I feel like it's very numbing. You don't really know how you're feeling, especially like as an activist or as someone that wants to be in the front lines and wants to act immediately. You're just focused on what can I do next to amplify the voice of what's currently happening, or to get this message across. So you're not really, thinking about your mental health. For me, it's a different process. I'm pretty sure for everyone, it's a different process as well. It's only starting to affect me as of Thursday of this past week. And it's difficult to see, Black bodies slain on the ground. They resemble your father's body, they resemble your brothers, your husbands, and future children. So that in itself it's a reality check, like that this could have very much been, one of my own family members and or a loved one. So it's hard to grapple with, what's going on right now. And my mental health is not the best right now, and it's okay to say that. I'm just focused on doing the things that I must do, which is eat and pray. And I took about 45 hours of leave from work, which I was saving for a honeymoon, but that's not going to happen because of Corona anyways. So but I needed to take the leave because I couldn't focus on my work. I was just too angry. So that's kind of how I'm feeling.
Thank you. Let's go to Khadija next, and then Kelly will follow up.
A wide range of emotion. I was just dealing with someone passing my family from COVID and dealing with that. And then I log on and see about Ahmaud Arbery. I'm like, okay. And then Breonna Taylor. And then George Floyd. It was just too much. And I'm like, am I gonna be okay in my own home? Can I sleep in my own bed without getting shot? Can I jog without getting shot? Can I go to the store without getting shot? And this keeps happening over and over and over and over again. We can't take anymore. It's just too much. And I seen all these protests happening, and it's seeing all these people come across the world coming together to protest is a historical moment for sure. But what's going to happen when the cameras turn off? Are you going to go back to your regularly scheduled privileged lives, or are you going to keep continuing going forward trying to end racism in our community? I'm Black. My family is Black. I'm afraid, like my nephew, he's a teenager. Can he go outside and eat Skittles and drink iced tea without being worried about getting killed by somebody? It's a lot. It's a lot to process. I had to take a break from social media for a couple of days just to think about this. And people were calling me and asking me how am I doing and checking on me, which is great, but it was just too much for me. I needed my space. I needed time to heal, to just understand what's going on. And so this is happening again. It's happening with Eric Gardner. He couldn't breathe either, and he was killed. Trayvon Martin, Philander Castles, all these different people that are being killed over and over and over again. And what's happening? What is happening to stop this? And I mean, I've been to protests this year. This time I didn't go to protests, but I've been to protests in the past, and you feel something. I mean, at a protest. But I just want to see results. I want to see solutions. I want to see people stepping up and having these conversations. about this and putting it into it. I mean, we've been fighting this for years, but it still is happening. So for me, it's a lot for me to think about, a lot for me to digest, and I don't know how much more of it I can take, to be honest with you. So that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, thank you. I'm living abroad for now for another 2 weeks, and it's hard to feel distant and helpless in processing it all. I'm also privileged. I'm privileged to be light-skinned, and with these privileges, I still worry about the people I love. I worry about my Black family and friends and loved ones, that they can be injured and killed by the police as well. And I'm exhausted, and I've seen some white people that I know posted this tiredness that they're feeling, and this burnout, and try wearing that burnout every time we get a notification that someone's killed. Like, these are these 3 Black people that were just killed are not the first. This is not a unique example. Every time this comes on the news, it hurts more and more and more.
And I'm angry. I forgot to add that. I'm angry too. I'm very angry. I'm outraged. I have all these wide range, from being sad to outraged, to wanting to cry, to feeling emotional. It's a whole wide range of emotions, and I don't know how to put a tap on it or to handle them. But I am angry. I am upset. I'm outraged. I'm also sad. I'm emotional. I'm just dealing with all these different things because I am tired of people in our community being killed for no reason. There's no reason why you got to kill somebody by putting your knee, and they're crying for their mother. Like, come on. Like, every mother in this world heard him when he was crying for his mother. That, to me, that's intense. And that should never have happened. So I'm sorry, but I'm just, just a lot. So
this is no apologies necessary. And let's just make that the images are hard enough, and acknowledging that, I mentioned three names. I don't want to say like 3 names at the beginning, but there are so many names, and these are only the names that get highlighted because there is media presence, or there's somebody. These are the ones that make news, but we know that it's a sampling, and I think, I can't project what any of you are feeling. I know the rage, the outrage, and the sadness, and the wide swing of emotions. So I can only imagine I know what I'm experiencing, and I can only imagine for each of you in different ways and in your experiences, which we're going to talk to and speak to in a moment. So I want to thank you also for that, because the emotions you can't check those at the door, because we're talking about lives. And there's a saying in Judaism, and I know that it exists in Islam as well, that when you save a single life, it is as though you have saved an entire world. And when you destroy a single life, it's as though you've destroyed an entire world. And that's because all of the connections and all the family members, each person encompasses a world into and of themselves through those relationships. So we're talking about much more even than we're talking about an individual, and we're talking about a whole world.